Hi folks, I'm Jason and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy.
Evening folks, it's Saturday evening. Well, yeah, it's 5 past 5 and for those of you who are searching for my vlog for yesterday, and the reason you can't find it is because I didn't do one. I wasn't very well yesterday. I had a very bad stomach upset, and I spent most of the evening from about 4 o'clock onwards, to be honest with you, upstairs watching TV and just chilling. I've got a movie review for you today because a film I watched last night called King of Thieves, so I'll be doing that review in a minute. I've also got a box to show you. That's very intriguing, I know, but I'll show you in a bit. It's a box with some stuff in it that anybody from the 80s will absolutely love, and then I'll tell you a bit more about it. Today, I haven't done much. I'm still recovering from this stomach bug thing, but I'm a lot better than I was. I am now at least able to do some vlogging, as yesterday I couldn't at all. Like I say, I'm better today, definitely better today. I've had something to eat and I feel a bit better. Yeah, like I say, last night I watched film, and then I'm up to season 6 of the Two Ronnies box set. I think there's 14 seasons or something, maybe a bit more, and it is very, very funny. Very, very topical for the time, because obviously the jokes are about Parliament then, and you've got jokes about like Harold Wilson and Margaret Thatcher and Michael Foot, and it's very, yeah. The jokes, like I say, they're very, very corny. A lot of them, they did an Irish scene last night where they were supposed to be two Irish singers, and they basically ridiculed the Irish. Well, of course, that wouldn't be allowed nowadays because, you know, you can't do jokes like that. Although one of the funny things that they said was, what was it he said? He said, "This is our first time in England, so thank you for welcoming us back," which I thought was dead funny. You know, at the time, and you look at the audience and you think they laugh then, but they wouldn't laugh now. They just go, "That ain't funny. That's not very fair on the Irish. You're making up the thick." It's like, well, back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, that's what they were made out like. You know, I mean, no offence, but they made out like anybody who came from Liverpool was a thief, everybody who came from London was a yuppie, and everybody who came from Ireland was thick. It was just how they were. Everybody who came from Scotland was tight, you know. Another joke they told last night, they said that this Scotsman, he decided to withdraw all his money out the bank for a holiday, and once he'd had a holiday, he put it back in the bank. You know, that kind of thing. They're all jokes that basically back then were found funny, but nowadays they wouldn't be, unfortunately. Anyway, coming up, movie review for King of Thieves. Now, King of Thieves was made in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was only last year. Just let me just very, very quickly check. Yes, it was. And it's based on a true story of a robbery that happened in Hatton Garden earlier this century, basically, and 2012 or 13 or something. Anyway, and basically what it is it's Michael Caine plays the lead, and he's got a supporting cast. I mean, this is talent. You've got Jim Broadbent, you've got Tom Courtenay, you've got Charlie Cox, you've got, hang on, let me get this right, Ray Winston, and you've got Paul Whitehouse. And that is about as good as you've got. There's also Francesca Annis, but she isn't in it for long. Now, the gist of it is, it's a true story about the Hatton Garden robbery that took place. And they're all old timers now. And they did this robbery because a young electrician guy said he got the keys to the place and he could get in and blah, blah, blah. Now, you think the story is about the robbery, but it actually isn't. The robbery takes place, and what the story focuses on is how greedy and horrible they turn once they've done the robbery. They all are basically very, very selfish and looking out for themselves, and they turn into like real nasty pieces of work. Every one of them turns into an horrible person. And of course, with it being based on a true story, at the end it actually tells you what happened to the people who played, obviously not the actors, the characters were the actual played in real life. So that was worth watching. But when I was watching it, I thought, I remember reading about this a few years back when they got collared for it and they got put in prison. You know, I mean, they were all old timers. I think the leader was 76. They had one behind it, and then the others were like late 60s, early 70s. They were all there, you know. And the funny thing is, they were all robbers. They were all robbers and professional robbers, but they had things like one had diabetes, two of them had diabetes, one of them had a hip replacement twice, and all sorts of stuff, and it's got a few laughs in it as well. I must admit, it has got a few laughs in it. It is quite funny in places, but once they do the robbery, the humour disappears. Then you realise what complete and utter psychos these group of men were. And like I said, the cast and the acting is fantastic. It really is. It's very enjoyable. It's a good 2 hours, I think it is. What, 2 hours? 2 hour film, and it's really good. I would give it 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I would give it, and that's not just for the cast. You know, if you could give it for the cast, you'd give it 20 out of 10 because the cast is superb. But I'd give it 7 out of 10. So, King of Thieves, 7 out of 10. Right, here is a box. What is in that box, I hear you ask? What's in the box, Jason? Well, I'll tell you, seems you've asked. Now, everybody who knows me knows I'm an 80s. I always say this, everybody who knows me. Look, most people now know that I am an 80s fan, big 80s fan, and they also know I'm a Funko Pop fan. So when this offer came up the other day on Zavvi, believe it or not, on Zavvi, it was too good to resist. Now, what it basically is it's 2 Funko Pops. You see that? Put it like that, you might be, no, a minute. There you go. He-Man. Right, He-Man, that's one. Second one, Skeletor. Right, bear in mind, child of the 80s and all that. Now that, and I'll show you this, of course, t-shirt. You see that? Good old He-Man logo. Yeah. And the special offer they were doing was the 2 Funko Pops and the t-shirt for 15 quid. Now bear in mind, Funko Pops usually are about a tenner each, and the t-shirt's usually about 15. So you're getting 35 quid's worth of stuff for 15 notes. And I thought that were brilliant. And when Deb saw it, she told me I've got to get it. Simple as. Because, like I say, I'm a big Funko Pop fan, as anybody knows. And I'm also an 80s fan, so this to me was like right up my street. You know, I'm quite chuffed with that. I really am happy with that. So yeah, that came today. The problem I'm having with the guy from this place who's going to help me fill in the pit forms, he hasn't been back to me yet since he cocked up and asked for Mr. Campbell. So I'm still waiting on that, which hopefully I'll hear off on Monday. I know I need a shave before anybody says I'm going a bit scruffy. I haven't done, like I say, I haven't done a lot today. I've been taking it easy. I've done some housework, don't get me wrong. I've tried to do a bit of housework and stuff, and I'm spending the rest of the evening upstairs again watching TV. I spoke to a few people over the last couple of days. I didn't speak to anybody after about 4 o'clock last night, like I say, because I wasn't very good. But I'm a lot better now. So yeah, that's me, Funko Pops and that done. You can skip this bit if you don't like hearing about football. Jeffrey Reardon. He's going to hate me. Everton lost 1-0. Liverpool won 3-0. Now Liverpool beat Bournemouth. I think Everton lost to, was it Watford? I'm not sure. It might have been Watford actually. But it's not good for Everton. I don't know what's going wrong there because they're a good team. They are a really good team. And they're playing at the moment like a bunch of wallies, and I don't get it because Everton used to be. I remember when Everton and Liverpool were literally neck and neck. That's how good they were, especially late 80s. They were literally, they couldn't be separated, you know, and they haven't really been separated much over the last 10, 15 years. You know, don't get me wrong, there's been 5 or 6 places, but it's not like Everton have finished 19th or nothing because they haven't, you know. But this season, I don't know why, they've got such a really good team and all. They've got some fantastic players, and how they keep losing, I do not know. But I was a bit nervy today because Liverpool were playing Bournemouth, and I thought, well, hang on a minute, is it going to get to us now because we're not 3 points behind, because we were level with Man City, but Man City were in front on goal difference. Would we go to pot and, you know, not play very well? But we played really well. We won 3-0. We could have had 6 or 7. I'm dead chuffed actually because that now means that we're 3 points clear. I think Man City think they've got the title in the bag. I'm not saying that they haven't got the title in the bag. What I'm saying is, don't get too cocky too soon. Because I remember years ago, this was go back a few years now, and one of the Man United players was interviewed before the start of the season. Might have been Rio Ferdinand, I can't remember. Anyway, and he said that Manchester United were going to win all 4 competitions, right? Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, and the League, Premier League. And that season they won nothing, not one thing. don't talk football, play it. You know, I aren't going to go out and say Liverpool are going to win the next game, because I don't know what Liverpool are going to do on that pitch. They could be on a 20-game unbeaten run and still lose 1-0 to the bottom team in the league. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Man City. Nobody expected them to lose at home to Crystal Palace. Nobody expected them to lose away to Newcastle. But they did, because it's how you play on the day. If you go on the pitch too cocky and too, oh, look at me, I'm ace, then you'll get hammered, you know, or you won't get the result you want. Liverpool today played the proper game. They played how they do play, decent football, and they won 3-0. They don't need to try and play something that they're not. They don't need to try and be something that they're not. If they carry on playing the way that they can play, they'll win the league. And if they don't, then Man City will overtake them. Simple as. I think there's only about 13 games left, actually. Yes, I've got a big mug here, but in case anybody's wondering, it's actually hot chocolate. And it's Maltesers hot chocolate, actually. Thought I'd give it a bash just to see, you know, something different drink. I'm fed up of drinking tea all the time, and then with the odd coffee thrown in. I want a bit of variety in my drinks, do you know what I mean? And I'm not really... I know I drink alcohol, but I don't like, you know, drink alcohol every single day and have like 4 pints or something. I don't do that. I mean, I bought 8 cans last Thursday. I had 1 on Saturday. This is last Saturday. And I haven't had one since. I've had 2 whiskey and cokes since Saturday. And we're now on Saturday, so it's been a week. So I've only had like 3 alcoholic drinks in 7 days. It's, you know, I'm not an alcoholic. No way, am I? I don't think I've ever been. I've liked a bevy, don't get me wrong. I've had a few bevies where I've ended up, you know, a bit pie-eyed and throwing my guts up and stuff. I've done that in the past. But now I have to take care of my health more than I do that, you see. Because I don't want to... When we're having my gastro problem, I know that all it takes is for me to start throwing up regularly again, and I'll be back where I started. And I don't fancy spending 3 months of constantly being sick every day for 3 months. I don't want that again, because it's horrible. It really is horrible. So yeah, I'm not doing anything else tonight. I hope you're all well on this Saturday, actually, because our weather's been really, really strange. It was horrible 1 minute, and then nice the next, and then horrible, and then nice. So it's been very bizarre. But, you know, we live and learn. It's one of them things, isn't it, with the weather? You never know what the bloody hell's coming. Oh, man, I've got an itch. I've had something to eat, like I said, today. I've just had some fries and a bit of sandwich filler. That did me. Not eating a lot, like I said. I'm not risking it. But you all take care, and I'll do another video tomorrow. Unless I can think of something else to do in a minute. You never know. You never know.
Thank you for watching my daily vlog. I hope it was informative and interesting. If you like what I'm doing, then you can subscribe to my channel by clicking there. And if you want to see exactly what I was talking about yesterday, you can look up there. Bye for now.